Today, we freshen up the front end of our TSX. Welcome back to the Auto Obsessive Garage. Chadwick with you again for another installment of Project Budget VTech Daily. That is our 2008 Acura TSX. On today's episode, guys, we take care of its Butterface. Everything's good on this car, Butterface. And that is an old joke. But we'll run with it. The front end of this car has taken some licks over the years, and some a little harder than we even suspected. So today on the agenda, guys, we got to take the front bumper off because we're doing a bunch of stuff. Those fog lights that are cracked need to be replaced. The headlights need to be polished. The bumper needs to be hung correctly. It's sagging down. We're going to find out what's causing that. The grille is broken, so we're going to have to replace that. So we get a bunch of stuff to do on just the front end of our TSX. So let's get in the garage and get a little dirty. This bumper took a good whack, as you can see right here. And you can see a little gap under the headlights. We're gonna have to rehang, figure out what's going on there. Some other little scrapey scrapes. The grille, yeah, that's not good when the chrome breaks like that, shattered. There's a crack over here, so we're gonna replace that grille because that grille is awesome. Headlights definitely could use a scrub-a-dub. They're pretty gnarly. The factory fog lights are cracked on both sides. That one's cracked. This one over here actually has chunks missing, so I'm gonna try to source an OEM replacement pair and do that while I'm in here, since I gotta adjust this bumper anyway, but yeah. Now it's time to remove the bumper from our Acura TSX. Got a lot of stuff to fix back there, including the bumper sag, the broken grille, we've got fog lights that are broken. There's a general fair amount of stuff to take care of, but anyway. To get that bumper off, guys, you gotta start up here under the hood. This little cowl that goes over the front, we're gonna remove that. Just a series of little pop pins here and there. Let's go ahead and pop these up. You can use a screwdriver. If you have the actual tool to pop these, even better. But do what you can, just get them all off of there. All right, with all of those pulled up, we are now free to remove this little cowl. Manipulate it around the hood latch here. And there we go, removing the car. Next up, we're gonna remove the grille, just a couple of little tabs here. And then lifting up over this little headlight notch. Boom, grille removed. Next, we gotta get under this bumper. There is a combination of those little plastic pop pins and 10mm bolts all around the front, all the way back towards the wheel well opening, because we're gonna drop this whole bumper right. There is a 10mm up here you definitely want to score. Once you remove all that, the bumper will be free to pick up off of its mounting clips and pull off. You will have two electrical connectors you got to care about, and that's one for each fog light. So before you drop this down, you want to disconnect your fog light wires. They should be accessible now that the grille is off. You can just reach behind, unclip those. Excellent. So now when we pull our bumper down, it won't be hanging from those wires. Let's go ahead and get all those bolts and clips off of there. Then last but not least, right up here, you're gonna have a little Phillips screw. Okay. And then one on the other side as well. All right, now it should just be a matter of pulling the bumper off of its clips and wrestling it free. There we go, nice and easy. Did I miss one? Oh, I missed one. Oh, that was gonna be so smooth. Anyway. Off the car. Bumper removed. Now here's where things went from cosmetically ugly to structurally ugly. This front crash bar has had a bad impact at some point, and it was completely hidden. I didn't see it till I got the grille off. Lucky for us, it didn't damage the condenser, and there's no other structural damage to the car. It looks like a really precise hit. Regardless, that thing's coming out, and we've got to get a new one in there. Something more on the list. We are here at the front bumper of the TSX, clearly divorced from the car, but you get the idea. So usually with a bumper with this much kind of, damage, scuffs and stuff, yeah, I mean, it could justify a new bumper skin, but again, this build is focused on getting a daily, ready to drive around. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. I mean, we're gonna clean it up a bit, but there are some things we have to address. Again, these shattered fog lights are not cool. You can see the plastic. Is it plastic? It might be glass. Is shattered. This one's also cracked all the way through. So we're gonna pop those out and you have to access them through the back anyway. Also, this lower air dam here, loose from having too many love taps. Someone was definitely playing Mario Kart battle mode with this car. So that's gonna be replaced, but we got the bumper off. Let's go ahead and knock those things out now. I think first things first, I'll clip in that lower air dam and then we'll start removing these lights. I've got some brand new ones. They weren't too cheap, so hopefully they're good. They fit in there well and look like the OEM ones. So we'll install those in and then we'll have working fog lights again that aren't shattered. This lower air dam should just have some clips holding it in. Oh, spider webby down here, always looking good. Okay, looks like it has some clips down at the bottom that might be jacked up, but let's see. Alright, our bottom grill's in there, not flopping around anymore. That's what we wanted to see. Trying to remove these fog light assemblies. Here's the rear of the broken fog light assembly. Pretty easy to access. You're just going to use Phillips screws. Get out these 3 major screws that look to be holding everything in. This is the unit going in. So really nice looking. It looks pretty dang OEM. Also glass, similar housing. Everything matches up really well. Obviously we'll put the new bulbs in here, but make sure you look at the R. This is the right side of the car, so should be a good replacement. Let's get that old one out and find out. There we go. That's a pretty straightforward job. You can see this is the one that has the crack all the way through it, so that's no bueno. I do believe that bulb in there still works, so let's harvest him right out. Nice. All right, new fog light installed. Oh yeah, check that out, guys. That is looking fantastic versus the broken one. So we're gonna be in a pretty good spot here. Let's do the other one and church this front end up a little bit. Now this one's really bad. You can see tons of dirt. See the dirt coming out of it? Yeah, that's not gonna be good. So let's go ahead and replace this one too. Just wanted to show you how bad off these were. Yeah, we could have lived without fog lights, but come on, we're a little better than that. What's not gonna work on this TSX are these completely fogged up, gnarly looking headlights. It's actually black housing in there, but you'd be hard pressed to figure it out. Look at, especially from this upper angle. There's so much cloudiness going on. Yeah, let's take care of that, shall we? Start things off with our Meguiar's rubbing compound, DA polisher. Let's do this. All right, guys, that looks insanely better already. I still want to hit it with some polish and then a wax to kind of seal it, but let's hit that polish next. Polish time. Not as much pressure this time. I can usually work miracles on these old headlights, but man, these looked really rough, and I mean, they really cleaned up nice. Damn. It helps that they're such an attractive design. Let me take you around. Just check that out now, guys. You can see the black housing in there. The amber side for the turn signal looking real good. Wow. And I already did the driver's side. You know how that looks. Equally amazing. Look at that, guys. It adds so much. Plus, these are such a great design. These are very attractive headlights. Oh, that adds a lot to the looks of the car, and I'm super happy how they came out. And here's our new front crash bar, looking real good, mounted up perfectly. And we've attached our little sensor down there, so that's all good to go. So yeah, looking real good. Perfect fit. So much nicer than the old broke one. Time to put this front bumper on. Hey, the TSX has a front end now. Bumper is hung. Looking really good here. Obviously the headlight's a lot cleaner. Look at those brand new fog lights. Looking fantastic. But I'm super happy with how the bumper came out because it was sagging big time on the passenger side. So we hung that pretty well. Yeah, I'm liking this. Sure, the bumper is gonna need some TLC. Probably a, who knows, paint correction, buffing. We'll see what we can do. Maybe a respray, who knows. But hey, the bumper's back up. It's sitting flush. Everything looks proper with the front end. Super happy how this came out. Next on our agenda of cleaning up our front end is that grill that was destroyed. Here it is, the original grill. Big issues right here. Got the crack right there, and then on this section, obviously, this whole piece is missing, so that's not gonna go. But we need to reuse this symbol because the new one I got doesn't have the Acura symbol. 2 screws should pop that right out. But let me show you what I got. And here we are, guys. Still in the shrink wrap. This is gonna look gorgeous on our front end. Let's go ahead and first off switch the Acura badge on, then we'll install it on the car. Here are the 2 little screws on the back of the Acura symbol. We'll be removing those to take the badge off the old grill. Grabbing our shiny new grill, grabbing our old Acura symbol, which still looks awesome. We're just gonna knock it in there, put the 2 screws in the back, and we're done. This thing's gonna look nice. Now that's what I'm talking about. We've got our bumper hung correctly, got our new license plate frame on there, bonus points. The grill is looking great with the OEM Acura symbol. This front end has been restored to how it should look, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I love this car already. Awesome, job complete.